Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about quite interesting kit. To be honest, I'm not even familiar with this company, but as you can see, it's a Fore Hobby kit in 1/72 scale, so it should be quite tiny, and yet the subject is very interesting. It's a Scimitar Mk.2 CVR T. So in 1/72 scale it will be quite tiny, but that's what actually makes it interesting, and I think it will be worth to check it together in this video. And I have a commercial sample here, so it was purchased with help of your donations, and I would like to say a separate thank you for all of your donations, which actually helped to get this quite unusual kit. So first of all, I have to know that the box size is, I would say, rather standard for this scale. Box art is also quite nice here, and you can see comparison with my hand right now. On the side of the box we'll find one of the marking options here. I guess that's not the only one. We also have some safety advices, and here we have also pictures of the finished model. So it's a top opening box. Just give me a second to open it somehow, because it's a bit tricky to open. Okay, so inside we have sprues which are packed into separate plastic bags, and I guess we can start opening them one by one. It will take a bit of time because as far as you can see, these are sealed plastic bags. From one side it is actually good, from another side it's taking a bit of time, and it is possible to reuse it, but it might be a bit tricky for you. So now just give me a second to remove a bit of dust from the table, and we will start with the first frame. So it feels actually a bit weird to hold this frame in our hands, and I will explain why in a second. So here you can see we have typical 1/72 scale parts, so it means that some of them are really tiny, and here you can see comparison with my hand. Nevertheless, the molding quality does not suffer from this. We have even the separately molded hatches, which is quite a good feature in this scale and quite unusual, I would say. But the sprue itself, as you can see, it's quite thick. That's why it feels a bit weird. And here, by the way, we have the letter C, so that you can learn or find easier all the necessary parts. But again, if we zoom in as much as we can, here you can see all the parts. A lot of handles are actually molded separately, so you have to be careful while separating them, because otherwise you can easily damage them, or you can just replace it with a metal wire, because why not? It will be also a worthy upgrade. Now I'm opening another plastic bag. Here we have a duo of the sprues. I guess, as you can guess, we have here the Drivetrain parts, and this is a sprue B. So here you can see them. I will leave you only one because they carry the same set of parts, and there is no need to show the same stuff again and again. But here we have quite nice Drivetrain parts. So we also have plastic tracks, and that's something what is really nice in 1/72 scale, because it's really difficult to find decent replacement in the scale, so it's better to get proper, I would say, parts out of the box than trying to find the aftermarket upgrade later. And as you can see, the road wheels also look nice. I'm not sure if this vehicle actually had the rubber bandages around the road wheels, so we'll have to check it. And if I flip it over here, you can check the parts from the opposite side. Well, tracks, I tried to bring them closer like this. So here you can see the external features on the tracks. I think they're also a bit of pre-shaped. Well, at least it looks like so. And of course, if you follow the instruction carefully, you should be fine, because these parts are already provided in necessary length. Next, I will open the biggest plastic sprue here. So in total we have 4 plastic frames made out of gray plastic. And that will be actually what I will show now is the biggest one in this kit, and that's the sprue A. So here we have the one-piece top hull section. We also have one-piece lower hull section, and here we have some separate parts for external features. So maybe I will zoom in as much as I can so that you can see this hull section, and it's really cool that it's provided in this design, in my opinion, because you won't have to deal with separate panels, and the same can be said about this lower hull section. As you can see, it's also molded together with the suspension arms. Here you can see also some of the external bits which will be installed on the hull, and here as well. So overall design of this kit looks quite smart. Obviously we do not get any interior parts here. This is 1/72 scale kit after all, but still external features, they look quite nice. We have even the separate rear door here, so it might be handy for some diorama ideas, especially if you can get some figurines in this scale, then why not? But you might wonder why we did not get the plastic barrel for the main gun. Well, here we have quite nice surprise out of the box. So I will move this sprue out of the frame. Let's zoom in, because it will be really difficult to show it. But here we have the metal barrel, which is hollowed out, so it's really I would say a considerable upgrade to this kit, and you get it out of the box. So here you can see it, and it looks really decent. Of course you will have to cover it with primer first, maybe burnish it a bit. If you have such a fluid, I would recommend to do so, because it will help you avoid the golden surface coming out. But even by covering with a proper primer, it should be fine. And of course that's a really welcome upgrade. Here we continue with another nice thing. So here we have PE parts. So this kit is more of a multimedia kit, because as you can see, a lot of nice bonuses coming in the standard package. You don't have to pay anything extra. And next we also get decals. So decals, it's not printed, or actually it's not written where it's printed, but as you can see, printing quality is really nice, and they're quite simple. These are just flex. And next we continue with assembly manual. So here I will have to close the lenses a bit, zoom out, and as you can see, this is black and white brochure. We have parts map on the first page, no history notes, so if you would like to learn more, then you're welcome to find some reference materials. Here we start the assembly, so note that drive sprocket should be assembled out of 4 parts, and you will have to do it twice, obviously. For the road wheels, it's just a matter of combining 2 parts together, and the same applies to idlers. Then you install them on the lower hull section and also install the rear armor wall, and then we proceed with the tracks. So as you remember, we have the separate track length. Here we start working on the engine bay cover, and here we will actually apply a lot of PE parts, so be ready for this. Next, it's a step 5. So here we apply the external armor, stowage boxes, and also as far as you can see here, we continue with exhaust, fire extinguisher. Here we can decide whether we would like to have open or closed rear door. As you can see, there are slightly different parts used for this or that version. Also rear storage boxes getting installed here. Next we continue with the turret, also a lot of stuff going in. And as far as you can see, so there was actually a plastic barrel, but here we get the, let's say, option to replace it with a metal barrel, which is provided out of the box. Here we continue with more stuff getting on the turret. Again, we will have to use PE parts, and then the turret gets into place onto the hull. Here we continue with the first marking option, and that's pretty much all. So only one marking option. If you know why, feel free to write in the comment section. What I would like to note is that we do not have clear parts here, which is rather surprising in such kit, because, I mean, this kit looks really detailed, and that's quite strange not to get a small clear part for the headlamp, so you have to copy it with your own hands and tools. But other than that, this is quite convincing release in such a tiny size, so it might be an interesting build if you like such models, such projects. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about this release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.